All praises, all praises, all praises to the heavenly creator of infinity, eternity, the universe, the stars, the earth, the waters, the mountains, the valleys, the seas, the clouds, all creeping things, humanity, and all there is. This is Revelations.Unveiled. Detroit. Happy Holy Sabbath, family. We are back again for the Sabbath Wisdom Series, week 10. That means we have been gathering together for the last 70 days, 61½ days. All praises, family. And to the scattered tribes of the house of Israel, wherever you may sojourn on planet Earth, I love you. My continuous prayer and petition of care for your safety and harmony. And to my brothers and sisters of the world, the melanated and Moors, the sojourners and sovereigns, the original man and children of God, the copper-colored, the people of color, the indigenous and aboriginals, the natives, Negroes and niggas, the African Americans and blacks, the descendants of slaves, and those conquered and colonized. Oh yes, family, file into the Revelations.Unveiled. Detroit den. As you know, we have our cranial universes exposed and vibrating and receptive to the cosmic communications and frequencies of holiness and perfection as we explore these precepts to pinpoint directly from the pituitary to the pineal, covering all aspects of our critical carnal thinking. And we have our souls exposed, and we can feel the constant beat of our heart with the harmony and the ping and the zing and the wing of the universe. And we are ready to receive the glow of the heat and the fire of the word of wonderfulness. And the log is crackling, and the cocoa is warm, brown, and sweet, and the tea is all cured and poured. Find your place in the space. Grab you some softness and comfort. Hug, grab, embrace, appreciate as we assemble in consensual satisfaction to receive the salvation of gratification. All praises. And we are in week 10. I must say, I am impressed. Whoever knows what may develop when you plant a seed with the intent of righteous holiness. And we are expanding, we are exploring, we are enhancing, we are becoming enlightened. Our path of wisdom is growing longer, but still straight and narrow as we crack our angles and reconform our feet of straightness, of guidance, of purity, with the hopeful chance of becoming the holy elect and the remnant of the holy kingdom. All praises. And we will get right into our exploration of the wonderful wisdoms of the word of all imagination. And so I must submit my humble appreciations to the brothers and sisters who offer commentary to the content submitted on this channel. It is very much appreciated. It is validating. It makes me do as I do for you, so it gets done, so it is known, so it can be said, so that you know that the city of Detroit in Michigan, in the United States of America, in North America, in the Western Hemisphere, has a beacon of broadcast of brothers and sisters that are beckoning and calling back to the Holy Power Creator to reconnect to the covenant, because that's who we are, the children of. All praises. And we begin at our Revelations.Unveiled. Detroit Stifle. The Savior, the King of Israel, whom the world refers to as Jesus Christ, the same yesterday and today and forever. All right, family, we are fortified. We are coordinated. We have our sword, our shield, our helmet of righteousness, and we are ready. We become calm. We become still. We become quiet as we begin to receive the holy power and word of eternity. And we will be reviewing Brother Holy Prophet King Solomon as he completes his work on the holy temple of the Lord. And we are in the book of 2Chronicles, chapter 5, verses 1 through 9. Thus all the work that Solomon made for the house of the Lord was finished. And Solomon brought in all the things that David his father had dedicated, and the silver and the gold, and all the instruments put he among the treasures of the house of God. Then Solomon assembled the elders of Israel and all the heads of the tribes, the chiefs of the fathers of the children of Israel, unto Jerusalem to bring up the ark of the covenant of the Lord out of the city of David, which is Zion. Wherefore all the men of Israel assembled themselves unto the king in the feast, which was in the 7th month. And all the elders of Israel came, and the Levites took up the ark, and they brought up the ark and the tabernacle of the congregation, and all the holy vessels that were in the tabernacle. These did the priests and the Levites bring up. Also King Solomon and all the congregation of Israel that were assembled unto him before the ark sacrificed sheep and oxen, which could not be told nor numbered for multitude. And the priest brought in the ark of the covenant of the Lord unto his place, to the oracle of the house, into the most holy place, even under the wings of the cherubims. For the cherubim spread forth their wings over the place of the ark, and the cherubims covered the ark and the staves thereof above. Verse 9, and they drew out the staves of the ark, that the ends of the staves were seen from the ark before the oracle, but they were not seen without. And there it is unto this day. All right, family. So we see Brother Prophet King Solomon putting in the finishing touches of the interior of the holy palace of the power of eternity, and putting the ark and the oracle in the Holy of Holies, and dedicating it amongst the congregation of the house of Israel. All praises. We have to start appreciating, family. Each one of these presentations is for us to gain that growing appreciation for our history, our identity, our learning, the adventures and escapades of our people in our book, given to us by our power. All praises. And now, the Sabbath Wisdom Series begins. And family, now we reach for those super cosmic 3,000 dimensional glasses as we began to explore our carnal existence through our spiritual eyes. So our spiritual eyes transmit to the cranial universe, which sends the signal down through the soul and causes this carnal container to move thus and so and accordingly. So that is what we are absorbing, the righteousness of the wisdom. And we are in the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 10, verse 1. Dead flies cause the ointment of the apothecary to send forth a stinking savor. So does a little folly in him that is in reputation for wisdom and honor. A wise man's heart is at his right hand, but a fool's heart is at his left. Yeah, also, when he that is a fool walks by the way, his wisdom fails him, and he says to everyone that he is a fool. If the spirit of the ruler rise up against you, leave not your place, for yielding pacifies great offenses. There is an evil which I have seen under the sun, as an error which proceeds from the ruler. Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low place. Verse 7, I have seen servants upon horses, and princes walking as servants upon the earth. He that digs a pit shall fall into it, and whoso breaks an hedge, a serpent shall bite him. Whoso removes stones shall be hurt therewith, and he that cleaves wood shall be endangered thereby. If the iron be blunt, and he do not whet the edge, then must he put to more strength. But wisdom is profitable to direct. Surely the serpent will bite without enchantment, and a babbler is no better. The words of a wise man's mouth are gracious, but the lips of a fool will swallow up himself. The beginning of the words of his mouth is foolishness, and the end of his talk is mischievous madness. A fool is full of words. A man cannot tell what shall be, and what shall be after him. Who can tell? The labor of the foolish wearies every one of them, because he knows not how to go to the city. Woe to you, O land, when your king is a child, and your princes eat in the morning. Blessed are you, O land, when the king is the son of nobles, and your princes eat in due season, for strength and not for drunkenness. By much slothfulness the building decays, and through idleness of your hands the house drops through. A feast is much for laughter, and wine makes merry, but money answers all things. Verse 20, curse not the king, no, not in your thought, and curse not the rich in your bedchamber. For a bird of the air shall carry the voice, and that which has wings shall tell the matter. Once again, family, that's that Ecclesiastes. That is the primary acceptance and the submersion and the dripping and the running of the waters of wisdoms through the cranial cracks of the cerebrum and cerebellum. And as it dries into that carnal cavity, it will apply the directions of dedication and clarity as we continue to wave at the smoke of darkness and earthly ignorance. All praises. And we continue with the wisdom wonderment in the book of Proverbs, chapter 10, verse 1. The Proverbs of Solomon. A wise son makes a glad father, but a foolish son is the heaviness of his mother. Treasures of wickedness profit nothing, but righteousness delivers from death. The Lord will not suffer the soul of the righteous to famish, but he cast away the substance of the wicked. He becometh poor that dealeth with a slack hand, but the hand of the diligent makes rich. He that gathers in the summer is a wise son, but he that sleeps in the harvest is a son that causes shame. Verse 5, he that gathers in the summer is a wise son, but he that sleeps in the harvest is a son that causes shame. Blessings are upon the head of the just, but violence covers the mouth of the wicked. The memory of the just is blessed, but the name of the wicked shall rot. The wise in heart will receive commandments, but a prating fool shall fall. He that walks upright walks surely, but he that perverts his ways shall be known. He that winks with the eye causes sorrow, but a prating fool shall fall. The mouth of a righteous man is a well of life, but violence covers the mouth of the wicked. Hatred stirs up strife, but love covers all sins. In the lips of him that has understanding, wisdom is found, but a rod is for the back of him that is void of understanding. Wise men lay up knowledge, but the mouth of the foolish is near destruction. The rich man's wealth is his strong city. The destruction of the poor is their poverty. Verse 16, the labor of the righteous tends to life, the fruit of the wicked to sin. He is in the way of life that keeps instruction, but he that refuses reproof errs. He that hides hatred with lying lips, and he that utters a slander is a fool. In the multitude of words there wanteth not sin, but he that refraineth his lip is wise. The tongue of the just is as choice silver. The heart of the wicked is little worth. The lips of the righteous feed many, but fools die for want of wisdom. The blessing of the Lord, it makes rich, and he adds no sorrow with it. It is sport to a fool to do mischief, but a man of understanding has wisdom. Verse 24. The fear of the wicked, it shall come upon him, but the desire of the righteous shall be granted. As the whirlwind passes, so is the wicked no more, but the righteous is an everlasting foundation. As the vinegar to the teeth, and as smoke to the eyes, so is the sluggard to them that send him. The fear of the Lord prolongs days, but the years of the wicked shall be shortened. The hopes of the righteous shall be gladness, but the expectation of the wicked shall perish. The way of the Lord is strength to the upright, but destruction shall be to the workers of iniquity. The righteous shall never be removed, but the wicked shall not inherit the earth. The mouth of the just brings forth wisdom, but the froward, hateful tongue shall be cut out. Verse 32, the lips of the righteous know what is acceptable, but the mouth of the wicked speaks frowardness and hate. Whew. I hope we heard that, family, because I'm vibrating from saying it. All praises. And these Sabbath Wisdom series are increasing, magnifying, effective. If nothing else but for myself, having said the words and then later hearing the words. So it's a double lesson for me, all praises. And family, as we take these precepts of perfection, this wonderment, this windfall of wisdom, as we sit and parlay and appreciate the presence and the company of each other, as we sit before the holy power, humbly, with joy and gladness of heart, we can see daily the reconciliation of the nation back to the Holy Covenant. And that is what the mission of this channel is. Out of the city of Detroit and the Metro Detroit area, there is a member of the elect, of the remnant, who will be of the holy congregation upon the return of the Holy Messiah, the King of Israel. And it is little ones out there who hear these words and become fortified in that primary knowledge, that first sip at the milk of magnificence. It is a growth. It is a movement. It is a prophecy being revealed right here in Detroit. All praises. And family, as we began our carnal container coordination in this captivity, we always remember from these presentations that we are in the mind to define and refine our walks on the path of righteousness given to us as an example by the holy anointed Messiah, the word of the holy power made flesh, whom the world refers to as Jesus Christ. The same word written on stone by the finger of the holy power and given to brother prophet Moses to present to the congregation the church, the nation of Israel, as a holy covenant to observe and to do, so that we may be deemed worthy for entrance into the 12 gates of the kingdom of heaven on earth. Let it be done. So be it. And to the 12 tribes scattered abroad on planet earth, wherever you may sojourn. And my brothers and sisters of the world, my continuous prayer for your care in safety and harmony as we endure and persevere, so that we may overcome and be right, ready, and righteous upon the return of the Holy King Messiah. Until we are together again, I love you. I love you. Family, I love you. This is Revelations.Unveiled. Detroit. Happy Holy Sabbath. Be at peace and rest. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verses 6 through 9. For we are a holy people unto the Lord our God. The Lord our God has chosen us to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. The Lord did not set his love upon us, nor choose us because we were more in number than any people, for we were the fewest of all people. But because the Lord loved us, and because he would keep the oath which he had sworn to our fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, has the Lord brought us out with a mighty hand and redeemed us out of the house of bondmen, from the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt. Verse 9. Know therefore that the Lord our God, he is God, the faithful God, which keeps covenant and mercy with them that love him and keep his commandments to 1,000 generations. And to the scattered tribes, here is your promise of comfort. Book of John, chapter 3, verses 14 through 17, into Isaiah, chapter 45, verse 17. And as Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness, even so must the Son of Man be lifted up, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have eternal life. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. Verse 17, for God sent not his Son into the world to condemn the world, but that the world through him might be saved. Isaiah 45:17. But Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation. You shall not be ashamed nor confounded. World without end.